She leans in, her body draws nearer. Her arms wrap around you softly, naturally, like a moment she's done 1,000 times. And in that fleeting second, Mossmen assume it's nothing. Just a hug. Just another polite gesture. A greeting, a goodbye. A moment that hoopus. But what if I told you that how you respond to that one simple hug can completely change how she sees you? That is ordinary moment carries within a talk with psychological storm, and that Mossmen fail it without ever real. A hug to a man may be warmth. Bh a woman a huggies, a message, a question, sometimes even assalant imitation to emotional. Intimicides know how to express inwards wench hugs. She's not just feeling your arms, she's sensing your confidence, she's measuring your presence, she's suiting your calm, she's subconsciously asking herself, do I feel safe in his arms or do I feel nothing? Is he grounded or grasping? Eyes aware of what this moment means or will ruin. It like every other guy, man hugs back too quickly, hedgicles nervously. He pats her back like she's a buddy. He talks immediately after to fill the silence. He fumbles power of the moment. And when fine chef forgets him instant lead, but the rare man, the high value grounded emotional equilibrate man responds. TTH hog. Like it's not just couch but language. And when he gets a try cherry me him not just as a she hugged but as a man who mattered, her body feels safe. As a man whose arms didn't grab her but held her. A man who still must hold her. You didn't have to be anything right now. Just be. She won't know why. She won't say it out loud. But she'd replay it. She'd crave it again. She'd tell herself it was just a hug. But deep down, her nervous system won't let her forget it because you weren't like theorist. Thought you were present. You were stoic. You made her feel like she could finally stop performing. And that is what makes a woman think about you. Long after you've gone. Do. I'm going to show you exactly how to respond to her hug like a high value man with calm. With mastery. With presence. So that's next time a woman leans in shadows, just hug you and walk away. She walks away wondering what just happened, and she can't stop thinking about you. Let's beg and welcome to Stoic paradox. We're wed and chase women, we attract them through presence, power, and emotional precision. Today we're divinto something that seems small but eyes anything but a hug. Not a kiss, not a date, not an hour-long conversation, just a hug. And yet that moment, barely 5 seconds long, has potential toping memory so strong in a woman's mind fat, it lingers in her body for hours, days, even weeks. You see men aerial ready trained to look for big moments, grand gestures, big conversations, physical chemistry. But women are neurological wired to feel everything in the subtle. The slight shift in your breathing, the quiet strength in your posture, the lawyer hands, the energy that surrounds you like an aura. Whether it's erratic, needy, uncertain, or still gras. When a woman hugs you, she's not just engaging in physical contact. She's tuning into your essence. Even if she's not doing it consciously, her body is asking, is Hesif? Is he strong without needing to dominate? Does Heleth energy between user follow mine? Can I melt into him or do I have to hold myself together? And if your answer wronged, even silently, you'll never hear from her again because did it just forget the hug? She forgot you beauty. If your energy is right, if you enter that moment with stillness instead of off stiffness, with curiosity instead of off control, with masculine presence instead of off performance, then something develops. The hug goes from casual to a chemical. Thought from simple to spiritual, from forgettable to unforgettable. Aki walks away not overwhelmed by how you said but quiet Lightbauer flistered by how you made her feel and understand it logically that she can't stop thinking about it emotionally. The weight of your arms, the calm in your chest, the moment yelled her. And didn't rush way you let go first with conflict done that distance. The way your silence spoke more than words ever could. And the best part, she thinks it was her idea. She thinks you didn't even notice what you were doing, but you did. Bossu are no average. You understand that attraction is inbuilt in grand performances. Thorn in mastery. You understand that a hug isn't just contact, it's a canvas for your masculine presence. And most of all, you understand that a woman doesn't want to impress. She wants to be felt. So if you're tired of being thegai, chef, Or if you're done letting them pass without impact, and if you're re-daito, turn the smallest gesture into the most powerful memory, then stay with me as I'm about to teach you exactly how to respond to a hug. In a way that make Kesher feel something real without ever saying a word. This is Grand Masman Sand here, wouldn't react emotionally. Where respond intentionally. Let's begin. 1. Don't just react. Receive the hug with savor stillness. Leans in her arms and her presence moves toward yours. Answers where most men fail the test before it even begins. They react out fast, eager, nervous. They lunge into hug as if they were waiting for permission to feel wanted. But a high V-value man, a stoic man, doesn't move instantly. He doesn't flinch. He doesn't jump in. Instead, he pauses just for a second, not to reject her, but to let her energy reach him instead of off him. Reaching for it, the subtle pulse speaks louder than anything dotted. I don't chase connection, I whole already, I don't need this shug, but I'll receive it fully this. Post Beckham's the first crack in her emotional armor because she's soused to proving themselves through touch, but when you show restraint, you show mastery. And in that moment, without even knowing why, she feels different, drawn and held, not by your arms yet, but be Yorkum to anchor the hug. Don't just mirror it when you finally return thug. Don't just mimic her energy. You are not a mirror. You are the frame. Place your arms around her in a way that feels intentional, protective, and composed. No trembling. No overking. Stingered stillness. Make her feel like Kaif moment could end, but you're nourished to let it go. You're not desperate. You're simply present. You're calm in closeness. And women feel that contrast immediately because 99% of men are anxious inside of physical affection. So when you hold her with masculine ease, it becomes a moment that lives inside her nervous system because your arms aren't just arms. They wear a safe territory. They didn't mean anything. They didn't tremble for April. They said, I know how Andy trusts you to feel that without me proving it. That's the difference between a forgettable hug and on theater wires her memory. 3. Let your breath speak first. It's louder than your words in the middle of fat. When your body's already close, shy, just listening with her ears. She's listening with her skin. And your breath is the volume knob on your masculinity. You're shallow, quick, stiff in your lungs. She feels tension. She senses anxiety. She registers he's not relaxed. Therefore, I can't relax. But when your breath drops deep into her belly, when it slows, expands, comes to her body, mirrors automatically, her nervous system entrains to your rhythm. And without a word, you've made her feel something she rarely experiences with men, surrender. She can't name Mishu and say out loud, but when she hugs you and her body starts sensing toy energy, you become unforgettable, Because she didn't just feel a man. Sheshafeld safety without weakness, stones without coldness, strength without control. And in the world of women, that combination is almost mythical. Forlays the hug slightly bore her with ease. Not distancing the hog matters as much as how it starts. If you cling too long, it reeks off neediness. If you drop away too quickly, it screams discomfort. So you do. You match her slightly. Let hold for as long as she's engaged in. Then gently begin to release before not with speed, not with tension. With elegance. You give her something beautiful and then you walk away from it first. And in doing so, you trigger the oldest form of feminine intrigue. Why didn't he hold on longer? Did he feel that moment like I did? Did he choose to end it? Now the mystery begins. Because most men would cling toth at touch like it was rare oxyagon dog. But you let go early as Efu trusts moment will come again. Bekasayu Ri the kind of man who creates them, that's not rejection. That's emotional power, and power is what she remembers. 5. Let silence baddie echo the connection. Don't ruin it with words. Huygens her body steps back. The arrow pens up again. This is where you men panic. God, they speak, they joke. They nervously try to keep the emotional current alive and accidentally unplug it. But you let silence out. You didn't say anything right away. You let weight of the hug stasis suspended between you like invisible smoke. And in that she feels the echo. Sure, plays theme brace in her body, showers what you're thinking. And that curiosity is everything. You're not cold. You're just full enough not to fear with noise. Your stillness says I'm not afraid of closeness. And I'm not afraid of stillness either. I felt it moment. I didn't need to talk about eat and that makes her feel like shed shared something sacred not small. 6 compliment something's full not surface level. If you do speak to her depth don't compliment her looks. Don't flatter her booty. Compliment the experience, dazzling like you carry calmness in your energy. Most people don't. That waste most peaceful momentive had today. You feel real. It's rare. These compliments bypass the mask. They land in the heart because they're not designed to impress. They're reflections off what you noticed. And for a woman woe was constantly being looked at, but seeing that kind of comment can shake something awake inside of her. She walk away wondering how did know that about me. Why do I feel like I touched something I hide from everyone? And that emotional fingerprint it doesn't fade. 7. Keep eye contact a longer but with stillness not seduction when the physical part ends. Keep the emotional thread alive. Not by force but by gaze. Don't stare. Don't smirk. Just see her.
As
She steps back. Hold her eyes forward too. 3 skins longer than most men would know with hunger. Not with longing but with still presence. Your eyes say, I'm not afraid to be here. I didn't need to look away. I don't need to escape. Intimacy. The subtle act grounds hair gain. It makes the moment feel real, not just protein. And because most men look away quickly, afraid of thecloseness, they just created, you become of contrast, and contrast create tashimrit. Detach completely leather to see the inocuous most important part. Thepert that makes or breaks everything. What you do or you let go, you smiled yo contact. Now you move on. Committed softly. Confidently. Without carrying the moment like atrophy. You didn't revisit it. You don't ask a booty. You don't replay it. You detach from it fully because the Stoic men's need to follow up on intimacy. Hetrust, that real connection lingers in its own. And that trust, that psychological freed. It drives her wild. Because it means you weren't trying to get something from her. You were simply present while the moment existed. That makes you more than just memorable. It makes you unforgettable. If you've immediate this far, you're not average men. You're not here for quick pick-up lines. You're not chasing gimmicks. You're here because you understand something. Mossman, never a venator. That attraction doesn't happen in loud words. It happens in the quiments. Do in the way you breath. Do in the way you hold stillness without needing to feel it. In the way you respond. No react when her body touches yours. You've just learned a thing that 99% of men overlook. That a hug isn't just a gesture. That assists a moment of emotional calibration. Where she feels the entire essence of who we are influenced at it. And if you get that moment right without trying, without faking, she will feel something she can't explain, but can never forget now I've kind of man who wants to dive into masculine prison sainto. Emotional mastery. Into thep psychology of feminine attraction not for manipulation, but for authentic magnetism. Then this is where you belong, Starro. And it's a brotherhood for men who choose stillness over chasing power, over panic, and meaning over noise. So this video spoke to you. If you felt something real, if you realized how much power exists in the smallest equidistance between you and her, then didn't just scroll away. Tap that subscribe button, hit the bell icon. So never miss what most men will never learn. Leave a comment below. What moment in your life made a woman remember you even after you say nothing, Beckos? This isn't about hacks. It's about understanding. Your energy is our message, and if you master that, you need to chase anything again. She feel it. She remember it, and she wonder we she can't stop thinking a boo. Worth. Man is the loudest but the most unshakably present, and until next time, stay calm, stay grounded. And remember, samites the way you let go is the very reason she holds on.